Brought to you in part by Monadnock Flooring and Decorating, offering quality sales, service, and installation for over 35 years on Production Avenue next to Subaru of Keene. Hey everybody, welcome to A Culinary Journey. I'm Luca Paris, holding the biggest steak I've ever held on this show. And Lee is the happiest guy I know. Hey, today we're going to be getting a great chef, Stuart, from the Hanover Street Chophouse. Look, I got his plate and everything right there. And he's part of Restaurant Week, New Hampshire Restaurant Week, where we have some great celebrity chefs. And in this episode, guess what we're cooking? That's right from the Chophouse. You cannot go wrong cooking a big Cowboy cut steak. I got to put this down. This thing's like 10 pounds. And we're going to be doing mushrooms. We're going to be doing Kobe beef. We're going to be learning all about the restaurant, all about Stuart, and some great food. Hey, we might even have some creamed spinach, some tater tots. You know, it's all about you guys. That's why your culinary journey and New Hampshire Restaurant Week starts now. Hey everybody, welcome back to A Culinary Journey. I'm here with Stuart. How's it going, man?
Very good, awesome.
It's great to have you on.
Great to be here, thanks for having me.
Hanover Street Chophouse, right?
Yes.
Where is that?
That's in Hanover Street, down in Manchester.
There you go. It's the easiest way to find out where it is. Put it right on the name of your restaurant.
Exactly.
So it is a Chophouse, man. We're talking about steaks. We're talking about just great food, right?
Great old-timey steakhouse with a modern flair.
Nice. So what are we making today? What are some of the items we're making?
Well, you can see the big Cowboy steak here, 24-ounce dry age. That's really spectacular. It's my favorite steak on the menu. We're also going to make Kobe beef meatballs with mushrooms.
Nice.
Truffles.
We're going to get to that in a second. How big's your place? I mean, you get a lot of people come in there?
We do. It's a very big place.
It's a big restaurant, and that's what steakhouses are all about, right?
Yeah.
Lots of people. You got tons
of
steaks on the grill.
Tons of steaks.
We're going to make this steak in a pan, right? It's going to be a little bit different for you.
It'll be different. In the restaurant, we have a big, expensive steakhouse broiler, but here we're going to do it right on set.
That's good. Well, this way, if someone wants to make a steak this big at their house, they don't have to feel like they can't do it if they don't have a grill.
And we're going to show them how to do it.
Perfect. So let's get started. We'll talk a little bit about the place, too, and the menu in Restaurant Week, which is coming up 18th through the 23rd.
25th.
25th?
Yes.
Beautiful. There you go. I'm so glad you're here for me. All right, but we'll start with the meatballs. This is going to be one of the items on the menu?
It is.
And you said Kobe beef. I guess for a lot of people, they might be, what's Kobe beef?
Kobe beef is ground beef from the American Wagyu cattle, which is stylized after the Japanese beef. The fancy, sake massaged, well-fed cattle.
Cattle that lives better than you and I do.
Lives better than you and I do, and thus has a higher fat content.
Right.
And huge flavor.
And I think this is going to be the theme of this show. Fat is good.
Fat is good.
It's all about flavor.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get started on this. What do you need me to do? I need to garlic and shallots?
We're going to saute garlic and shallot briefly.
How do you like these cut up?
Small dice.
Small dice?
On the small mince on the shallot, and
Okay.
just a slice on the garlic.
Sounds
It's
good.
nice to see the garlic pieces.
Oh, so you want to keep garlic pieces in there, right?
Yes.
And then you're going to start getting together your the ingredients into the meatballs. And this is like a traditional meatball, just using better beef, right?
Yes, exactly. And with the usually meatballs are done in tomato or cream. We're going to do it in a little veal demi-glace and truffle.
Nice. Now, there's a lot of these things where people don't have this available at home. I guess Kobe beef, is that something easy to find if somebody wanted to?
It is fine. We do sell things to people through the restaurant.
Oh, really?
Not too many people.
Awesome.
But also, I've seen it in markets before, and New Hampshire is blessed with a lot of farm cattle places,
right,
where you can buy the meat, and that is also very, very high quality meat.
You need some oil.
I do need oil.
There you go.
There we go.
Now, do you only do ground beef for the Kobe beef, or?
It's just 100% Kobe beef. Yes.
Yeah.
No
Am I going
pork,
right in?
no pork, no veal.
Nice.
Perfect.
Is that good? Did I do okay with my
Yeah,
slice?
I think that's
That's
enough.
good enough?
Yeah.
All right, let's get that out of the way. And you said slices on the garlic, like thin slices?
Thin slices, and we'll add that when the shallot's about halfway through.
You know, I'm missing my razor. You ever see the Goodfellas movie?
Yes.
So thin that, I mean, this is a little thicker than you probably
Maybe,
want. Is that
maybe
good?
a touch more than that.
Need more than that in
Yeah.
garlic? Garlic's not a bad thing. So I got this thing about garlic about, my dad was always telling me that it should almost be a ghost in a dish where kind of you're getting flavor. The smaller you chop it,
Exactly.
the sharper it becomes, no?
The smaller, the sharper, and the more flavor. It is
Yeah.
nice to get little bits of flavor here and there in the dish.
Right. So, okay, so we got some shallots. You're cooking that down as opposed to putting it in raw?
As opposed to putting in raw, so the flavor goes into the oil, then the oil will go into the beef itself.
Nice.
Which is nice.
Cool. What do we got next?
You can add about half those truffles.
Half of these truffles.
And,
Black truffles?
And some of the juice, yes.
And some of the juice. Can I keep the rest?
No, you may not.
But for people who are watching, these are pretty expensive.
They are pretty
right?
expensive.
Yeah. Right, so
Also, these are organic New Hampshire eggs, I'm proud to
Okay.
say.
Both of them in?
Both of them in.
All right. I have a feeling I'm going to be mixing
You're
this
getting
up.
messy, not me.
Yeah, I thought so. That's really, I don't have anything else to do.
About half that Parmesan cheese.
All right. Someone likes a different type of cheese. If they were doing it, they could do pretty much anything they like.
Yes. The pecorino would be nice. Also, now
else we got?
about half that breadcrumb.
Okay. Panko breadcrumbs.
Panko.
Good.
Pincher of oregano. We put salt and pepper in already.
Right, you put
I
that
like
in.
pepper.
Love the pepper mill.
And then you are going to chop up a little parsley and throw that in as well.
Right, sounds great. Now, the menu at the Chophouse, you did say steaks. I mean, you have this cowboy cut kind of feel. What are some of the other items you have on the menu on a normal basis?
Well, it's a steakhouse, but my passion is fish, and I think the fish is some of the best fish in town, best
Oh,
fish in
really?
the state, and I'm proud to say that.
Nice.
We have plenty of it. It's not just, some steakhouses,
Need more than that?
no, I think that's good.
Looking good?
And now we just mince that up,
Just I go into it, huh?
right into it.
All right, and you're getting ready to mushroom. I love my job. This is awesome.
He does the hard work. I
Oh,
do the
yeah,
good
no,
stuff over
I'll
here.
take this any day. It's like the theme of the last couple of shows, too. It's like, just get your hands in everything. Good thing you have a white coat. I could just wipe my hands on the back of it. So, what are one of your favorite fish dishes? Do you know what you're making yet for the menu on Restaurant Week? Are you
We
coming
do.
up with ideas?
We do. We're finalizing the menu now, but salmon and sea bass are probably going to be on it.
Nice. Very nice. You want to mix up a little more, or am I looking good?
I think a little bit more uniform.
Just wants me to mix up more. All right, you're going to get...
And then we're going to handball those out.
Okay. I guess that means I'm making the meatballs.
Yes,
too.
you are.
So you're gonna get the mushrooms ready for the sauce. So let's do a couple of things. We'll start getting that mushroom sauce together. Saute pans go.
Saute pan. Where is that
It
thing?
was here somewhere.
There we go.
All right, I'll just keep doing this. So is that a good size?
About half that size.
Yeah. Okay. Oh boy.
Yes. You'll get it.
I would have got
You'll get
fired
it.
on my first day with you already. How many people do you have working in the kitchen? Pretty big kitchen then, right?
It is a big kitchen. We have private dining rooms downstairs. So we have a staff for that, and the main kitchen is a show kitchen.
Oh, nice.
Exposed.
Yeah.
And that's fully staffed with pantry and pastry
Oh,
and
that's a good thing I don't
the
work
hot
there.
guys.
My ego would be I'd be standing out front just kind of hanging out. You hang out, or do you have to work hard?
Oh, I work hard.
You work hard?
Yeah.
No, not me. This is what I'd be doing.
And because the exposed kitchen, you'll see me there every day. Too.
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
This is
All right.
nice.
Now I know where I'm going. So yeah, the concept of Restaurant Week was try something different. If you haven't tried the Chophouse, this is a great time to try it because you're. And I guess some people might. Ooh, this is too big. I'm gonna work on my portion sizing. I guess some people might say, well, I don't want to go to Chophouse because I don't eat steak. But like you said, you're gonna help me, aren't you?
I am.
I'm not going fast enough. You said, I guess with the fish dishes on there, I guess you have some chicken too, right? So
We do have
Bring your
chicken,
kids and I don't
and
think
I love game. New Hampshire's a great game state.
great games.
Absolutely.
Use some local ingredients too when you can.
You know, we do. I do a lot of gardening myself for the restaurant.
Oh, you do?
I'm proud to say, and we have great sources all through the state for especially produce and fish.
Seriously, right?
There you go.
This is, yeah. Can I get one of those
Absolutely.
towels? I guess I'm done for the rest of this segment doing anything. So, let's see. We get these in the oven, right? And
In they go.
in they go. We'll get those in there. And you got the mushrooms cooking down. So what's going on with the mushrooms? Are you just doing are you doing anything else as far as flavor-wise? You have some shiitakes and portobellos, right? You have some buttons in there.
And
too?
buttons. Just, I wanted to bring some mushrooms that you could buy at the grocery store.
Right, right, right.
Which is nice, because that dish that you can buy here, besides the truffles, you can do the whole thing right at home.
Right, exactly. And even the truffles, I mean, that's something you can find, right?
You could.
And you brought a dish, something we're going to be using later on, though. It's kind of truffle oil. Might be a little bit expensive, but if you used a little bit of truffle oil instead of the truffles, that would
Extend the flavor.
extend the flavor a little bit, yeah?
Quite a bit cheaper.
Yeah, so
Yeah, could you do a little bit more shallot and garlic for this?
more
We'll
shallot
finish
and
that.
garlic. Wow, good. You got asked to do more stuff. There you go.
I've
Same
salted.
thing, we want to do a mince? Or?
Same exact thing. Maybe this time with the garlic fully minced, crush and mince.
Okay,
We've added the salt with the mushrooms to help draw some water off. Mushrooms are maybe 90% water.
right.
If we bring the flavor out quickly, we can preserve the size of the mushroom and enhance the flavor quickly,
Right.
as opposed to just slowly cooking it all the way down to nothing, and it's just dry and leathery and,
Am I going
and
right
kind
in
of
there?
unpleasant. I think we can, sure.
All right. You need more than that?
That's good.
I think I missed a couple of pieces there. Let's go. And then we're doing, do you just want it kind of chopped up?
Yeah, crush it and then mince that. And I think
We need to
parsley.
get, ooh, I gotta watch my fingers. I'm like all checking you out over there. There you go. So we got the mushrooms going on. We got the meatballs in the oven. Did you put them in?
I did.
Good, good. So what we'll do, let's talk a little bit about this steak that we're cooking up too. I mean, what's that all about? When you talk about a cowboy steak, what's that versus a regular steak? Where does it come from? In the dish or as a part of the cow? That's a ribeye cut, right?
It is.
Right?
You've had prime rib before, I take it?
As much
This
as
is-
possible.
This is
You know,
prime
look
rib
at
on the bone.
I eat
There you
prime
go.
rib all the time. So it's prime rib on the bone, and
And
then
so
do you guys do your own butchering, I would imagine, or do you get it butchered?
this one is dry aged, and I do have to buy that one because it's dry aged for me down in Boston to our
Oh, really?
specs. Yeah.
Nice.
So it's a 28-day dry aged, gives flavor, shrinks the meat, intensifies the flavor,
Right.
and gives a certain dry agedness that grocery store meat you just can't touch.
Right, right. So why don't we do this? Why don't how much do we need to get that in a pan? That's going to take a while to cook, right?
It will. It
All right,
definitely
so
will
we'll
take
get
a while.
pan cooking. You're cooking down the mushrooms, so we got those things going on. We're going to be doing a couple of other things with this. Season before you put it on onto your pan.
Definitely seasoned beforehand.
Okay, and what about leaving it, bringing it out, getting it closer to a room temperature? Because a lot of people, what they do is they take steak out of the fridge, they throw it on the grill. Is that the way it should go? Should they get it a little bit?
You can see the size of the steak.
Yeah.
We try to keep this out. I've had this out about a half hour.
Right.
It doesn't do anything sanitation-wise, but it allows the meat to come closer to room temperature.
Right.
Cooks through more evenly, so it's red edge to edge instead of gray and a little knuckle of red in the middle.
Right. Well, and that's I would tell people it's like one of the important things about doing a steak, and we'll talk about it at the end, is resting your steak or resting all your meat so the juices come back.
I'd like to talk about that a lot.
Yeah,
actually.
no, that's awesome. But I think that's the same thing as what you're starting out with, right? You're kind of bringing it closer to the temp that you're doing.
Absolutely.
It's a pre-rest.
And it's not shocking the meat so much.
Exactly. So it's like me. It's resting all the time, and with this little moment of work right in the middle. So the mushrooms are cooking down. How hot do we have to get that pan to get that start searing?
We're going to start very, very hot.
Okay.
Almost dry pan,
right.
and then we'll turn the heat down to let it caramelize slowly.
Nice.
Because of the thickness of the meat, we need to allow it to penetrate slowly instead of burning on the outside and raw on the inside.
All right. How close are we on these meatballs?
Meatballs in the oven?
Yeah.
Anytime.
Let's do that. Let's plate
Okay.
up the meatballs real quick right here. And you get that steak in the oven, and then we'll take a quick little break after that and kind of get ourselves a nice feel of what that steak sounds like searing in there. Sounds good?
Very good.
All right. This is great.
Can
Hanover.
you hand me the marsala?
Marsala on the way. There you go.
Very good.
And I'll get is this our plate for the meatballs, or is the other one our plate for the meatballs?
That is the plate.
That's the plate for the meatballs. And we have some meatballs cooking. Don't think that it takes that quick to cook the meatballs. We have some meatballs already in the oven, kind of going there. And we're going to make sure that the steak's going. We're going to also be doing a little bit later, we're talking about roasting your own garlic that's just like this. We're going to have a cream spinach with, when I go to a steakhouse, always one of my favorite dishes.
I love it.
Cream spinach is the best thing. Did you use your marsala already?
I have not.
Darn, I was going to drink some of it, but you didn't bring it. All right. So what do we got next?
So we have our meatballs through the miracle of TV are almost done. I think we'll deglaze with the marsala.
Okay.
Add the veal demi-glace,
okay,
truffles, and wilt down the spinach.
All right. Let's do that real quick.
Finish with Parmesan.
All right.
Okay. Let's get to that.
So you put the meatballs right into the mix, which is really cool, right into the mushrooms. Oh man, this looks delicious. Now, do you get this Kobe beef? It's fattier or leaner? You said fattier.
Definitely fattier.
So that you have the nice fat content, and you need that with your meatballs also, right?
Absolutely.
Going with lean beef and meatballs, all you're going to get is a dry meatball.
Well, you would think that the fat would leach out of it and just make a fatty sauce, but it definitely contains more. So when you eat it, it's just more unctuous, more flavorful, instead of being dry little nuggets.
I love the word unctuous.
Thank you.
That's a nice word. I'm going to use that.
So
unctuous culinary journey.
We cooked off the marsala. The alcohol is largely gone now, but the flavor is still there. It hasn't gone dry. And we're going to add enough veal demi-glace to moisten it.
At first I was like, I'm not going to be doing a lot of cooking in these shows. I'm kind of sad, but I kind of get, there's a reason why we like to go out to eat too. It's right here.
Now, you can say that this dish can't be done at home because of the truffle and maybe the Kobe beef and maybe the marsala, maybe the veal demi-glace, but the spirit of it you can certainly do.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah, and with technique and love, you can get something very similar.
Meatball and mushroom, you can't go wrong. Well, you know what? I think we're gonna, let's do this. Why don't we take a quick little break?
Okay.
All right, we'll take a quick little break while the spinach goes down. We got our pan heating up for that, so we'll come back, we'll plate this, and we start our other dish.
Sear the beef.
Sounds great.
Great.
Don't go away, we'll be right back. Hey everybody, welcome back to A Culinary Journey. I'm here with Stuart from the Hanover Street Chophouse in Hanover, on Hanover Street.
In Manchester.
In Manchester. Not in Hanover. On Hanover Street in Manchester. There you go. And we made meatballs, Kobe beef meatballs with mushrooms, spinach, little demi-glaze, and marsala, correct?
Correct.
Perfect. Now, before we get to plate this, we got to get that beef searing. It's going to take us a while.
It is.
So let's get that up and running. Now we got another one. That's for me to take home. He said. That's it. Probably not. He won't even let me take home the truffles. But so we've had this out for about an hour, he said, or half hour?
About a half hour.
Half hour. We had this out for a half hour. And then you're going to season both sides of it with a little salt, cracked pepper and sea salt. Really yummy. Now, the bone on there, for look, or does it actually help too? Flavor?
Oh, absolutely. It helps. It helps keep the meat tender, keeps it moist, and keeps it a little bit rarer at the bone for people like me that like it on the rare side.
Dude, just show it the pan sometimes.
Now, ordinarily, we would season the meat a little bit earlier than this because I think the meat benefits from some seasoning, almost a small bit of curing, but I wanted to do it on camera to show really how much it is. It looks like a lot, but when you taste it, it's just going to have that caramelized, crusted, awesome seasoned steak.
Now, if somebody wants to do something else besides salt and pepper, can they do anything else?
Herbs, and afterwards a squeeze of lemon is a great salt alternative.
Yeah, that's a great idea. So
Really
let's get that in the pan.
Great.
You need a little oil in your pan, of course.
I do.
And this is a piping hot pan. We're talking.
So you can see a small amount of smoke coming off of here. And we're going to start hot.
Ooh, it's going to sear.
We're going to start hot and then finish cool.
You know what? There's no better sound than that ever. Searing a piece of beef that big is just absolutely amazing. Now, we're not going to cook it the whole way in here. We just want to sear. Does that help keep the juices in too? I mean, are we doing anything by that?
Well, when I was a kid, that's what they said.
Right.
But modern science says the caramelized crust is awesome, it's great, it's necessary, but doesn't keep the juices in.
No.
It's all about technique, resting, good heat, and again, we want to talk about resting eventually, but resting is where it's at.
I tell my wife that every weekend. She says, why aren't you working? I'm resting. It keeps me... It doesn't work. It doesn't work on her either. All right, so we're getting a nice sear. Caramelization, that's those natural sugars in the meats, right? Kind of popping and browning. And I think that's when you talk about the difference between home cooks and restaurant cooks, we do let things cook a little longer, caramelize. We do let it get color, and it's all about technique, about when to use the right type of heat for something, right?
And absolutely, and when you're trying to get caramelized, items, just don't shake the pan.
Right.
Don't shake the pan.
Shake in the pan.
Don't shake.
Just leave it there.
Just leave it there.
Now, how many of those steaks you think you go through a night?
We go about 5 to 20 of them a night. Yeah.
That's like Lee's heaven. So while that's searing on one side, can I put this in this bowl right here?
Absolutely. We're going to finish with, if you put a little bit of fresh truffle in.
All right. Let me sneak behind you, get a spoon. Now, how many do you usually serve when you do a serving?
About 9.
And do you put the fresh truffle right in here?
Right into there.
Right into there. So, but,
a bit of truffle.
yeah, no, that's why you didn't want me to take it. I see. Now, the fresh truffle, you do it two ways. One, you have this truffle that's cooked inside, and it's a great finish on the in the sauce itself, and it just pops, right?
It's a layering of flavors, and it kind of echoes the mushrooms as well. And I love seeing the spinach up on top.
Oh, you leave the spinach on top?
Look at the caramel.
Oh,
Look at the caramel on that steak.
Look at that. That's beautiful. You guys get that? Oh, I'm putting in 10. There's one extra for me.
That's for you.
All right, and then a little sauce.
Aromatic fresh black pepper.
Okay, make sure our plates are clean, right?
And you're not going to take my glory here. This is
No,
my favorite
this is
part.
all yours, man. Oh, look at that. And it heads out to the table with a little lid on it?
It does.
That's it. And you open that up.
Captures the steam, so when it comes to the table, we
Kind of get this nice
Get
feel
that-
to it.
get
So
that
we'll
feel
just hold
to
that
it.
right there. So that's that right there. So what are some of the other parts that we're making for our steak? So we've seared it on both sides. That goes in the oven. Beautiful. Now, if you're grilling it on a grill outside or on your grill, do you grill it the whole way, or do you?
If I had a
put it
grill
in the
indoor
broiler?
or
Yeah.
outdoor, definitely all the way on the grill.
Okay.
But in the oven, if it was my own home, it would go into my oven as well.
All right. So we
It's
have
just too thick for a pan.
Yeah. So we have the tater tots there. Back here we have some cream spinach. I'm just going to bring this out here, kind of talk a little bit about that. What do I got in there? Oh, more spinach, kind of following me around. So the cream spinach is basically cooking down spinach,
Cooking down spinach.
and then,
I've added bechamel to it. The bechamel has nutmeg in it, salt and pepper. We're going to finish it with Parmesan cheese.
Nice.
Again, to echo some of the flavors we built here as
right.
well.
You think that oil's hot enough?
We're going to find out.
Let's find out. So tater tots. Oh,
I think it is.
not
It's
yet.
just about
let's,
there.
Let's talk a little bit about the tater tots. You got these right here. What do we? How'd you make? Do you guys make them yourselves, or?
So it's essentially a potato gnocchi that isn't done in a pan, that we bread with egg and panko crumbs.
Right.
And then we deep fry, just like tater tots at home.
Nice.
And then we finish it with truffle oil.
Beautiful. Actually, you know what? Why don't we let that heat up? We'll take a quick break. When we come back, those will fry off in seconds. Right?
Second.
All right. We'll let our steak cook. We got a good 15, 20 minutes, so we're going to go out and grab a beer. We'll come back. We'll finish our steak.
Or marsala.
Or marsala. There we go. I got Stuart here, executive chef at the Hanover Street Chophouse, one of New Hampshire's celebrity chefs. Absolutely incredible. We're talking about Restaurant Week and the Hanover Street Chophouse in Manchester. I'm going to get it right before the end of this show, Stuart. There you go. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Hey everybody, welcome back to the final part of this culinary journey with the Hanover Street Chophouse chef, Stuart Cameron, like in DS. That's the only way I'm going to remember that.
There you go.
Hey man, so we got it down. We've done our meatballs. They're ready to go. We have our spinach. We have some garlic in here, right? Is that a big piece of garlic?
That is a big piece of roasted garlic, yeah.
That is gorgeous. And where am I putting? That's going to go on here when I'm done, right?
Yep.
Well, let's get our tater tots. We got our steak in the oven, and we'll pull that out last. While you're getting those tater tots done, so pretty much gnocchi with a little panko breadcrumbs, deep fried. I mean, you just can't get any better than that. And
They are so good.
I could imagine. And it's not about just dipping them in ketchup here, right? We're gonna go to the next level with some truffle.
Full on steakhouse truffle oil.
Yeah, nice. So once those come out of there, they're going in here, and then I'm just gonna season them with some truffle oil. This is a white truffle oil. Basically has all the flavors of truffle. I mean, that really deep, rich, earthy. I mean, how do you describe truffle the best way? I mean, it's
In small amounts, it's awesome, but it does have a almost garlicky, gasoline-y, leathery quality to it, which
made it so appetizing.
which is in small amounts is
Yeah.
otherworldly, and large amounts is almost like unpleasant.
Yeah, and what's great about it, it's so expensive. You have to have it in small amounts.
In small amounts.
It almost knew what it was going to be like. And truffles, white truffles especially, those are usually got in France.
In France, one tip though, France and Italy, I don't know why, but the Italian
white truffle oil is awesome. The French sometimes is disappointing.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I like to hear that. So I'm just going to put a little parsley on here too?
Parsley, salt, pepper,
Parsley,
truffle
salt,
oil.
pepper, and truffle oil.
Now
And then right after they're fried too, that's the best time to season anything, right?
Exactly.
Because it's just going to kind of soak it in
And stick on.
and stick on. So we've got a little more salt in there, and then
And
just a little drizzle of the truffle oil,
Drizzle.
and we kind of toss. That's about it, right?
toss it like Mama's cooking.
There you go. All right.
There you are.
Well, you know what? I'll plate this into our little bowl right here. Once you get our spinach in, then we'll take a look at that gorgeous steak. I hope I have enough room for everybody to check that out. So real quick, kind of tossed, all that flavors right there. I'll put them in it. Oh, man. Hanover Street Chophouse. This is in Manchester, and Stuart's the chef over there. And this is what you're going to find, stuff like this for Restaurant Week, and little sides of that. That is my favorite thing at a steakhouse. Let's check out that steak. What are you thinking? It's not all about steaks. You got some great seafood, and you get to say hello. Well, they could come in and say they saw you on the show, right?
Exactly. I'm
Because
looking forward to that.
you'll be right out there. Hold on, let me get a plate for you, chef. Oh, final touch on this little compound butter, right?
The canned butter we make in the house is kind of like our secret weapon. I'll give you any recipe, but I won't give you that one.
Really?
I will.
Really?
I will.
Sure?
Yes.
Look at that steak, man. Now it's right here. We just took it out of the oven. We're going to let it rest 8 to 10 minutes. Maybe less?
Yeah, maybe 5 to 8 minutes. Yeah.
So basically we could just let it sit here. We say goodbye, then we could eat.
Yes.
That's the way to do it. Try something new. New Hampshire Restaurant Week. It's the 18th through the 25th. I got that right. Hanover Street Chophouse. Check it out because it's absolutely incredible. That butter is melting away. It's going to be, oh man, that looks so good. I'm going to kind of try and work out that recipe with you later. But
Okay.
we'll talk. And don't go, oh look, don't forget. These are two things real quick.
Exactly.
Roasted garlic.
Roasted
Want it
garlic.
on there, right? And you like a little bit of this?
Pinch of watercress.
Pinch of watercress
Thank
right
you
here.
for remembering.
Yeah, well, there you go. I need to just a little bit. And that watercress has a nice bite to it too. And we had our meatballs from before. Stuart, man, I had a great time.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much
for having
too.
us.
Check them out. Try something new and try something different at New Hampshire Restaurant Week. I'll see you on our next culinary journey. Brought to you in part by Monadnock Flooring and Decorating, offering quality sales, service, and installation for over 35 years on Production Avenue next to Subaru of Keene.